right, I'm back, but I'm looking at something real quick, so bear with me as I do it. Excuse me. A lot of gas. I'm a little gassy coming back. Well, let's start off with this. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mark Summers from Major Linux, twitch.tv/Major Linux. I am back for another episode of Tech Talk today for July 31st, 2024. Yeah, look, the vacation, the trip away, the whole thing, it was longer than I expected. Things happened. I am human, and I am learning to listen to my body more than I used to before, even though I still fight it at each and every turn. But before we get to some things today, there was something I had noticed while I was looking at OBS. It is the fact that my bit rate is well over 6,000 kilobits per second, which is what I have OBS set as an output. However, when I open up the settings, I've noticed that I have this little banner above my up top here, and I'm gonna switch over so you can see it. Or I thought I was. Maybe if I thank you, Stream Deck. As you can see up here, it says Twitch Enhanced Broadcasting is controlling some of my stream settings. So, yeah, I noticed that. So, that's interesting. So now that makes me wonder if Twitch is allowing me to stream at 10,000 kilobits per second or with 10 megabits per second, what does the player say? So I'm over here looking at settings for a second. Give me a minute. Also, I see I've got closed caption options. That's great. Yes, my closed caption's working as they should. But I'm gonna go to advanced video stats. So let's see. It's still saying that my playback bit rate is 6,000. However, apparently Twitch is ingesting my stream at over 10. So I don't know why. I'm not entirely sure how or why that's happening, but it is. This is where I would need Bifuteki here to explain some things to me. Like, what's happening? Why is my stream doing it? I mean, I'm happy about it. That if they want to let me stream at 10,000 kilobits per second, then, you know, let's do the damn thing. I mean, let's do this. Let's like really just go for it. Anywho, yeah. We're here, we're back. I guess updates. Things have been happening since I've been gone. Yeah. Kansas City was okay, was good. I enjoyed myself. However, there's been some things that have been happening. There's some stuff that I learned, which, excuse me, a little tired. Some things that I had learned that kind of caused me to go into some deep reflections, and is somewhat of the reason why I was like, look, I just need time. Like, I know I was supposed to be back Tuesday. I think like the first official stream back was gonna be like Tuesday of last week. Here it is Wednesday of this week, and I'm like, ugh. And even then I was still a little late. But yeah, things happened while I was gone. I needed to take some time to reflect. There were some things I needed to kind of work through, process, before going out in public and doing anything, right? but I feel okay. I'm all right. Like, it still stings a little bit, but we're all right. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. All right, one little, yeah, let me go ahead and I'm going to close Thunderbird early so I don't get distracted by emails. Also, that's another thing. Yeah, one thing that came out, or some news that came out last week, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was put on Game Pass last week. So I've been playing that. And this is not a Game Pass, this is not a Call of Duty related problem. I notice this is a problem that I have with games in general, specifically when I'm streaming them from my PC to my Steam Deck. When I get an email that comes in through Thunderbird, the notification takes over the entire focus. Like, the Thunderbird notification seems like it pops up a window on top of whatever is on my main screen, which then removes the focus from whatever was on the main screen and just locks me out. I can't control anything. Luckily for some games it does. Like, actually for all of them, I think it pauses, right? Excuse me. This became more of an issue in Call of Duty though, when I was in the middle of a fucking firefight and I got an email, and luckily I did not die because I have it set on easy, so they're not hurting me as much, but still. Who cares about fucking Quack, man? Let's see. So yeah, there's that issue. I'm still having some issues with Moonlight. I'm not sure what the fuck's going on. I need to check and see if other people are having an issue where Moonlight fucking like freezes on their Steam Deck or whatever. Because it's giving me pause when I want to stream games from rooms that aren't this room. Because if I'm downstairs playing on my Steam Deck and Moonlight freezes on me, I'd have to get up from where I am to come all the way upstairs to exit the game or something, right? And I don't want to have to do that. I don't. Hell, why am I so fucking tired? Sorry, I got lost in this image of Jupiter that I'm watching a GIF of on Mastodon. Ooh, fancy. I'm sorry. I am now just reading Mastodon. Let's not do that. Let's actually get some news and stuff taken care of. But before I do that, there's something in Discord I want to look at. It was a dot. It was a notification, little indicator that there was a new message. Somebody typed something. Something had happened in Discord somewhere, and I had to go see it. So the little tick mark wasn't there anymore. I can't stand it. If the tick mark is there, I have to go see it. I have to make it go away. Anywho, do not expect an info dump of news today because, yeah, I just like, you know what? Nah, fuck this. This is kind of compiling news information that started about mid-Friday afternoon when I realized, oh, wait, yeah, I need to start collecting news for Monday. And it may not even be Friday. It might not even be Friday. This might even be Saturday. It actually is Saturday. The first article is from Saturday. Nothing happened after that. That's why I didn't stream Monday. Tuesday, I just woke up late. I would have had a show Tuesday, but I woke up late. It was like 11 o'clock when I got up out of bed. It's like, oh, Yeah, about that show I was supposed to do. So yes, I resolved this. All right, I'm going to go to bed at a decent hour. I'm going to get up at a decent hour so a show can be done. So here we are. We're going to do a show today. Even though I was like a few minutes late because I was watching something on my Plex server and kind of got wrapped in it. Playing all 96 courses on Mario Kart Deluxe, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then trying to do cognitive exercises halfway through. Seems like a fun thing I would want to do with some people one day. But we'll get into that later. It's time to get into some of the news of the past few days. Got some Apple news in here. We got some Microsoft. Oh boy. Oh boy. We'll probably get into that a little bit later in the day. I mean, probably on Tech Talk Thursdays tomorrow night. But yeah, Microsoft, boy. This has been on a decline lately. Yeah, some Apple news, some Microsoft news, some Logitech news. Steers judgingly at Logitech products. And of course, some gaming news to kind of go behind, just go on with it. But yeah, let's get into it. Shall we? First off, and some good news in labor relations. Apple has reached a contract agreement with the unionized U.S. retail employees for the first time. Not the first time at this location, not the first time this year, not the first time this month, the first time. Workers in Towson, Maryland will vote on the tentative agreement next month. I love how this one dude right here, and I know I've shared this image before, and I just happened to realize that this dude right here is like super distracted as to what's going on. Also, I'm not gonna say, you know, maybe they should have dressed up for the occasion, especially with like the first three dudes in shorts, especially this dude in some shorts. Like, dude is jeaned up. But my guy, you could have put on something a little bit more than this. Like, it looks like you just rolled up out of bed, tied your hair back, said, all right, you know what? I'm going to go take this picture. And then it's also distracted. Like, and I'm mad, like, this is the one that gets posted. I guess this is the funny one, the one that they did like, because, like, oh, that's just Jim. He's always distracted. Sorry for fighting the good fight. What's going on, Verge? You know what? All right, I'll give him. I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. But it's, that's just Jim. He's always distracted. I feel like it's a good memory for them. It's just that, yeah, out of context. It's like, oh my God, y'all could have took a better one. Y'all could have took a better photo. But hey, I get it. That's the one that's going in the memory album. That's the one that's going to be in that farewell Billie Jean slideshow when she's leaving the Apple retail store to go work somewhere else. Yeah, Apple and the unionized employees at its Towson, Maryland retail store have reached a tentative agreement that could secure them better pay, job protection, scheduling improvements to support a work-life balance, and more transparent disciplinary process. The Towson location in 2022 became the first Apple store in the country to unionize, and back in May, it voted to authorize a strike against the company after unsatisfactory negotiation outcomes. Good on them. You love to see it. You love to see it. The International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers Coalition of Organized Retail Employees, that is a mouthful, but I am core, said it's been negotiating with Apple since January 2023 under the tentative 3-year agreement they've now reached. Workers will be given average raises of 10% over the life of the contract, and starting pay rates for most positions would go up. The agreement will also establish a severance clause. The union represents about 85 employees who will get to vote on the agreement on August 6th. So that is next week. Like, literally, I think it's, yeah, like, no, it's next Tuesday. So hopefully in a week's time, we'll find out if everything worked out for them. I really hope it does. Again, yep. Like Mert says, like, fighting a good fight. It's great to see, like, they got that contract. They got a tentative contract in place now. the big news here isn't so much for these guys as much as it is Apple came to the fucking table. Which, and from what I understand, like there's maybe like one other unionized location, right? I think there's one other unionized location. I can't remember. But even for those that aren't unionized and who are looking at like, hey, we should do that, precedent has been set. I happen that they were able to accomplish this without Apple laying them all off. Yeah, there is that. Like, and I was gonna put that too, like something that other companies did. Yeah, like where it says here, other companies, when unions were formed, they got laid off. And especially like between like in the past couple of years, a lot of that's been happening under the guise of, oh no, we can't afford to pay employees. I guess those group of people over there are going to go. Man, that was easy. Apple did not lay off any of these employees. They just reluctantly kind of came to the table. And it seems like now that Towson, Maryland was able to get Apple to do that, other locations might see this, you know what? Sure, Apple might union bust, but if we sit here and stick together, we can get Apple to come to the table too. Hopefully changing Apple's tune here. And then for all I know too, this may be something like Apple may have looked at what Microsoft was doing. You know, we can't let Microsoft outdo us. As much as I would love to believe that this rivalry between Apple and Microsoft does not exist. Yeah, these past couple of years have definitely shown me, oh no, it's still there. It's still alive and well. And yeah, I'd imagine Apple looked at them. Yeah, we can't let Microsoft be like the labor-friendly computer corporation. No, fuck that. We should come to the table. While we'll probably not know for some time, like we'll wait for the tell-all book to come out that'll explain what got Apple to the table. We may not know anytime soon what got them to come there, but again, it's good to see that they did, and hopefully this will inspire other retail locations to do the same. Let's see. Apple is giving out more than just labor contracts. Looks like we've got some updates for visionOS, macOS, tvOS, watchOS, iOS, and iPadOS. Let's see. I don't think there was much in the way of updates that may have come down for this. You join a live stream for a game in progress. Key plays, carousels offered when you select the game in progress. Okay, so Verge says lots of security fixes for malformed images. Okay. Is that still real? You mean images as in picture images, right? Okay. Yes, so we mean for image, like visual images, not like OS images. Boy, sucks to work in IT sometimes. I don't know, there are like multiple different meetings for multiple words, and yeah, sometimes we just have to clarify what the fuck we're talking about. Let's see, there's a tvOS 17.6 catch-up feature. Multi-display support was added to the M3 MacBook Pro. Yeah, we're just a couple of months out from the biggest to the new big update. Speaking of which, and I did not include that here. iOS 18.1 developer beta 1 is out for iOS from iPhone 15 Pro, Pro Max, iPad, iPadOS 18.1 beta, dev beta 1 is out for M series iPads, and macOS 15 dev beta 1 is out for M series MacBooks. That feature Apple Intelligence. And from what I understand, while there is a wait list for Apple Intelligence. If you request access to Apple Intelligence, you'll be granted it in probably like a couple of hours or so. I have not played with that yet, just because I'm okay. I'll wait. I'll wait and probably do the public beta 18.1. It's not like I don't have a device. It's not like I don't have devices. I have my iPad Pro and 3 Macs that could use it, 2 of which are operational, because the third one's sitting right here on this table, not being used. But it's like I'm in no rush to really use Apple Intelligence for anything right now. But yeah, so if you're one of those who like to go out there and use super betas, super dev betas, the 18.1 dev beta is out there. Again, they used to limit who can get access to dev betas, but now it's just out there. So look, if you want alpha level shit, you can get alpha level shit now. Well, I mean, just like, yeah. Remember that bug in that one open source image library reported a while back? Apple just got around to fixing that and some other image IO bugs, a few kernel memory issues fixed as well. Look at there. Look at that. See, Merge, you're going to benefit from our new, the new feature of the Discord, of the Majors House Discord server, which you can join at majors.house/discord. We are testing a redesigned news section on the Discord. And by redesign, I mean I created a forum section for the news now, where all the news will live going forward, or at least I'm hoping going forward, where it's now in beta, meaning that's where I'm going to post a lot of the new stuff. If anybody else wants to, they can as well, or they can use the existing channels. As a matter of fact, let's show it off now. Actually, let's see where I'm at. Okay, cool. Make sure I wasn't somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. All right, yeah. So we come over here to the DCA news desk. You see we have our old channels here with all of our with all the old news stories. But now we've got the Tech Talk forum beta for where we have 4 news stories that we're currently looking at. And also, see, when you go into forums and you say, hey, I'm interested in this thing, and you can either click follow, you can comment in here, and it'll kind of popular over here. Say, hey, these are the news stories. There's some new stuff being talked about in them. You can click in them, get new information. See, I can even type in here. Boom, there we go. Yeah, so this is what we're looking to move to right now. That way it kind of keeps things nice, organized. We can sit there and see who's posted what, because even let's say I'm gonna use, no, was it this one? Damn, which one was it? I can't remember which one it was. It was this story here, which we're going to get into a little bit. I saw this article in here, was going to cover it, but then kind of forgot about it, went through my RSS feed, saw the same story from the same website, and then posted it in the tech, but realized, no, this is hardware and peripherals. Switched over to hardware and peripherals, posted it, and realized that I had posted it after Unionized had initially posted it. So I was like, oh, wait, yep, see, I'm guilty of that too. So now I put the phone up, I can kind of see what's here, and hopefully people should be able to see, like, hopefully it won't fill up as fast or we won't miss it. But yeah, again, it's in beta, working out the issues that may arise from doing it this way as opposed to the old way. So far, we've got 1 person who's been using it. I've already got some feedback because I was up late at night and I happened to see that they had used it late at night. People have been talking. And so far, results are positive. Feedback's positive. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Back to news. So Microsoft services, including Office, are suffering from an outage. Well, that was the case. From what I understand, it is back up, even though this article I don't think has been updated to reflect that. So we can go to the status page and see if it's been fixed. All right, so yep, there are no issues going on right now. Everything is good. Yep, it's green across the board, baby. This is a very, very long board. I'm putting thumb up. Yep, there we go. Yep. Yep, it's green across all of the board. So much board. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, so yesterday there were some Microsoft services that were kind of down, including Office and Teams, because there was an Azure related issue. This was not going to affect me at all yesterday up until my son, who just recently gave up majority of his iPad time to go to PC, mainly because he's giving up. I think he has done the most he can do in Minecraft that he wants to do, is now switching over to Lego Fortnite. He's now on PC more because, you know, Epic, Microsoft, the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. Also the fact that I think his iPad battery is getting worse, and the iPad he had only had 32 gigabytes of storage, so he was always running into a storage issue. I've since fixed that issue, or actually both of the issues, because I gave him my wife's iPad. She now has his old one because all she does on her iPad is watch YouTube videos and the occasional social media thing. So for her, having a whole bunch of space was not that big of an issue. But yeah, so I fixed his iPad thing. I fixed his iPad issue. But however, he still moved over to PC to play more Fortnite. And because I showed him you can watch YouTube Kids on the PC, he is no longer as interested in watching or doing things on his iPad. All that to say, he spent a lot of time on the PC yesterday, hit a time limit. And when I was trying to be nice, because I was doing things like, look, okay, fine. Like, he was playing games on his PC, and you know what? I'm gonna let him catch up for lost time. So it's like, whatever, play as much Lego Fortnite as you want. I went to increase the time he could get on the PC. I could not load the app, the family control app on iOS, to grant him more time. I got the notification, but when I clicked on the notification, it gave me an error message. When I went back, I hit the back button on the app. It just gave me a white screen, nothing else. So, I was kind of, well, there's nothing I can do here. I posted about it on Mastodon so much as, hey, you can go over here on the website and do it, but also that's broken. By the time I got to the email that Microsoft sends with that, which was several hours later, I was able, I think they resolved the issue and I was able to grant him more time. But by that time he had lost interest in the PC and was doing something else. But yeah, that all to say, yeah, I got hit by this issue too. I was like, well, fuck. Glad I read about the problem before I ran into it, where I was like, I'm not freaking out or getting pissed because the app isn't working. I know exactly why it's not working. And I just look at my son and said, but there's nothing I could do. I've done everything I could do, and there is nothing else that I could do. I'm about to do the same thing with my son. He's been asking for a PC for months now, so I dodged a bullet by a week. I said, darn, it was CrowdStrike. Darn, it's Azure. There's nothing I can do, buddy. Yeah, the thing is, my son's been asking for a PC. Got him a PC. He never really flocked over to it. But I think he would touch it every now and then. But I think what it was is I think it was because of the fact that he could not, I don't think he was aware he could watch YouTube Kids on the computer. And that was the main thing that was keeping him from using it. But then when I showed him, yeah, dog, you can definitely watch YouTube Kids. Just open up Firefox, and I put a bookmark on the bookmark tab for him so you can just click it. Boom, off to the races. Now it's like, dude, you need to use headphones. It was one thing, you wouldn't use your headphones to your tablet. You could turn it down low enough, kind of crawl into your little ball. You can listen to it at a low volume. this PC, you cannot do that. You want to turn it up because they add a low volume on a PC. You cannot hear it. I get it. But you have to understand, you gotta use the headphones now. Like, this is non-negotiable. And there's things will argue like, but I turned it down. But you understand, it's still loud. We can still hear it over the TV. Like, dude, you got to turn it down. You got to put the headphones on. Like, I would love for you to listen to it at full volume and go deaf. But not really. Don't go deaf. But look, I'm just saying. But he also made the same argument too when he ran into that time issue, and he was like, but my eyes are fine. My eyes are fine. I told him, I said, look, man, like, you got too much screen time. I don't want you to mess up your eyes, but my eyes are fine, Daddy. I said, look, son, this is why I wear these glasses. Without these glasses, I can't see shit because I stared at screens all damn day when I was a kid. I strained my eyes. Now I can't see anything. This is ridiculous. Unless you want to be like me and wear glasses all day, you may want to rest your eyes. I'm just saying, take it from me, take it from experience. You don't want this. Well, I'm always torn between not wanting to hear it and being concerned with what the YouTube algorithm will show them. I mean, it's YouTube Kids. So it's like, it's not going to be terrible. However, there's another anecdote. He doesn't know about the algorithm, but he knows about recommended. He will. So, like I said, I had switched the iPads out on him this week. But the thing with the iPad is, like, for the most part, it will not log you back into the apps you're using if you bring up everything from a backup. Like, if anything, what the backup will only do will restore Apple related settings, any files you might have had, like your images and stuff like that, and it will just re-download the apps you had installed. It will not. Oh, okay. That might be okay. I think it's ketchup on the glasses. Shut up. It will not log back into apps for you, which, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's understandable, right? It's a new device. It would need to be kind of authenticated with the servers and stuff like that. Make sure, you know, all the security bits. Got it. So, you know, that's the kind of bit I forget. Even when I'm restoring my phone and shit, I forget, oh, great, I got to re-sign into all these apps. That's why I do not restore my devices all that often, because, man, that is a pain. I use a lot of apps. So yeah, for him, did not relog into YouTube Kids, because with YouTube Kids, you have to log in as you, the adult, and attach the child account, which will, you know, give them their account and whatever stuff they had saved, or what YouTube Kids learned about them, right? And that culminates into this tab called Recommended, apparently. Something I did not know about, did not even consider. My son, however, remembered that there was a Recommended tab in YouTube Kids. And he knows this fondly because of the fact that that's where a lot of his Minecraft Roblox videos get surfaced. Like, sure, they would eventually show up, like, depending on the videos you watch, they would show up kind of like suggested videos on the bottom of the app or whatever. But when you turn on the app, if you're logged in, it will show you the recommended most of the time, or like all the time. So yesterday he spent a lot of time asking me where the recommended tab went. I told him, I said, buddy, I don't know where it went. Daddy, where's the recommended tab? I don't know, buddy. Daddy, where's the recommended tab? And that's when it dawned on me. Oh wait, this app isn't signed into, and if it was signed into, it would show him recommended. Which is again where he's seeing a lot of his not Fortnite, but Roblox and Minecraft videos. But I also noticed too, I'm also realizing now, because he did it for the first time in a long time this morning, he's not screaming into his iPad about certain creators or certain videos he wants to watch, because he searched for them for so long before, now recommended just gives him the things he's looking for without having to ask for it. So yeah, eventually I might have to log into that thing, but we'll see how long he'll scream into it and just see what happens if you're not logged into it and see if it will still tailor that content for him. It probably still won't show recommended, but I'm pretty sure he'll figure a way around it. And it's like, okay, it's now showing me the videos again I want to see. Let's see. And a bit of good news for Microsoft though, which I didn't even know this was bad news for them, or that this was even there in an app of theirs, but Microsoft is removing ads from Skype. I did not know that Skype had ads. But then again, I'm also wondering if the ads that they're talking about are like ads for Microsoft services, almost like people talking about, yeah, when you open up the start menu, it suggests a thing. Like, granted, I'm using Windows 11 Pro, so I don't see those. But it's like, yeah, when you click start menu or something like that, it'll suggest something in here that, hey, you should download this app or something, or you should use this Windows service. Or like when you open up Google in Firefox, or what used to be Edge, but I'm pretty sure it may still do it in Edge. It'll be a banner say, hey, you should download Google Chrome. Where it's like, yeah, I don't know if I would consider those ads, but okay, sure. I guess by the letter of the law, it is an ad, but the spirit, I don't feel like it's there. I just was like, look, say, hey, you know what? You're using our product. Maybe our product would be better than this third party one. I don't know. I don't see it as an ad, but I get it. That might be what was the same in Skype. I don't know. But yeah. Apparently, the today's section of Skype. Okay, so it's the today's section of Skype will remain, though, complete with the news feed that's powered by MSN. It's a tab that I'm sure most Skype users ignore, but you can still disable this in settings appearance if you want to get rid of it fully. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. Like, you pull that today tab, it's got the MSN stuff, and MSN does have ads. I don't know. I have not used Skype since Tech Talk Thursday moved from Skype to do Discord, where we moved from Skype to vMix and then from vMix to Discord. I still would like to go back to Skype though. I really would. That's so helpful. Like, I do not know who XX Minecraft God is and can't find the video you were talking about. Let's see, Microsoft is also bringing one auth integration to Skype for iOS, which allows you to sign into the app automatically if you're already using another Microsoft app. If you've been having issues sending photos or videos over 5G with Skype, Microsoft has also fixed this bug in the upcoming update that will be available in the coming days. Okay. So at least one Microsoft team is doing some good. Tesla recalls 1.8 million vehicles over risk of detached hoods. Of course, the company sent over another over-the-air update. Tesla has issued a recall on 1.8 million vehicles across the United States. Reuters reports a sizable number even for a company that is no stranger to this turn of events. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration announced the recall due to a risk of software failure to notify individuals of a detached hood. Yeah, that ain't great. A hood that isn't properly secured could detach while a person is driving and block their view. Tesla has issued an over-the-air software update that should fix the issue. The recall is on select Model 3, Model S, and Model X vehicles from 2021 to 2024. It also impacts Model Y vehicles from 2020 to 2024. So yeah, I guess if you were roaming around in a Tesla, which has now become like a metal fucking death trap, because man, as much as people rush to the defense of Tesla, I feel like there's a lot more recalls happening for these cars than there have been for other vehicles. I'm just saying. I feel like my Hyundai Sonata has not had like 3 recalls in the past 6 months. And from what I understand, my Hyundai was made in the US. So first SpaceX rockets don't work, then the Cybertruck, and now these other Teslas. Well, I don't know. SpaceX seems to be working. They seem to have gotten their shit together now. Ooh. It sounded like that came through on the mic. I hope it did not, but boy, there's a rumbly in my tumble. And I know that did not sound very adult at all, but it's how I diffuse a situation like that. That did not sound good. Charter failed to notify 911 call centers and FCC about VoIP phone outages. Charter blames error with email notification and misunderstanding of FCC rules. Yeah, no, dog, that's not an excuse. Like, if you were going to provide, I feel like if you were going to provide 911 calls, or if you're going to be a phone service that is critical infrastructure, you need to make sure you got backups for notifications, and that you have somebody who has conferred with and has provided detailed explanations for rules on what you need to be doing. I'm sorry, like, no. Charter Communications agreed to pay a $15 million fine after admitting that it failed to notify more than 1,000 911 call centers about an outage caused by a denial of service attack, and separately failed to meet the Federal Communication Commission's reporting deadlines for hundreds of planned maintenance outages. Quote, as part of a settlement, Charter admits to violating the agency's rules regarding notifications to public safety officials and the commission in connection with 3 unplanned network outages and hundreds of planned maintenance-related network outages that occurred last year, unquote, the FCC said in an announcement yesterday. A consent decree said Charter admits that it failed to timely notify more than 1,000 PSAPs of public safety answering points of an outage on February 19, 2023. The decree notes that failure to notify the PSAPs or 911 call centers impedes the ability of public safety officials to mediate the effects of an outage by notifying the public of alternate ways to contact emergency services. Phone providers like Charter must also provide required outage notifications to the FCC through the network outage reporting system. However, Charter admits that it failed to meet reporting deadlines for reports in the NORS associated with the February 2023 outage and separate outages on March 31st and April 26, 2023, and failed to meet other NORS reporting deadlines associated with hundreds of planned maintenance outages, all in violation of the Commission's rules. Charter owns Spectrum. I can believe they did it on purpose. Yep, Charter owns Spectrum. I want to say I was still a Spectrum customer when that happened, before switching over to AT&T. And now I'm with the Google. I'm with the Googs. Wait, there's something yellow. Wait, what is this? Or is it the shirt? Oh, it's a shirt. There's like something yellow by under me, but no, it's just a shirt. The February 2023 outage was caused by what the FCC describes as a minor low and slow denial of service attack. The resulting outage in Charter's VoIP services affected about 400,000 residential and commercial interconnected VoIP customers in portions of 41 states and the District of Columbia. Charter restored services in less than 4 hours. Charter indicated that based on a misunderstanding of the Commission's rules, hundreds of planned maintenance events may have met the criteria for filing a NORS report, but were never submitted. Thereafter, Charter also identified 2 additional unplanned outages, which occurred on March 31st, 2023 and April 26, 2023. They each met the NORS reporting threshold, but Charter failed to report. In a statement provided to Ars, Charter said, "We're glad to have resolved these issues, which will primarily result in Charter reporting certain planned maintenance to the FCC. Charter downplayed the outage reporting violation, saying that the fine has nothing to do with cybersecurity violations and is attributable solely to administrative notifications." Okay. Yeah. It's not that bad. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. It's fucking bad. But I don't know. Someone needs to make them an outage. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they just need a fucking outage checklist. And I feel like that's something they should have had before they did any of this. But also need to fund some agencies. That way they can kind of be on top of this instead of like, oh no, there were hundreds of incidents in which this happened and we only just now reporting this. Excuse me. Now that story that I showed in Discord that we're going to talk about now. Logitech has an idea for a forever mouse that requires a subscription. Exec says mouse that requires a regular fee for software updates is possible. It's possible, but it should not exist. And I think that the exec should be fired for even uttering this phrase. Logitech CEO Hanneke Faber recently discussed the possibility of one day selling a mouse that customers can use forever. I mean, so I'm just going to put it out here. Now, granted, this is a Bluetooth mouse, right? This is a Bluetooth mouse or Bluetooth/unifying mouse. I think it does use its own little frequency on top of Bluetooth, right? So maybe not this one, but I should be able to use a wireless mouse fucking forever. Just plain and simple. What do I say? Wireless, a wired mouse forever. Technically a wireless mouse too, but look, Bluetooth technology, wireless technology is iffy, right? They upgrade the shit out of that. But I feel like USB, plug that motherfucker in. USB type A slots, as much as they are annoying, should be able to plug in forever. If not, if we use USB-C, you know, get a little converter, pop that on, you good to go. Wired mice should be able to be used forever. The fact that we're talking about a forever mouse that needs a subscription, no. What are we doing? The mouse functions don't change. Like, sure, okay, let's do it. I will give you that this mouse does have additional buttons, right? It's not gonna focus. I bet it's not gonna focus. Oh, we had it. We had it, but we don't. I guess it's the light. It's the lighting. But yeah, look, okay. This thing does have some buttons. It's got like the little scroll wheel here. It's got buttons down here. Believe it or not, this is a button. And then, yep, up here, we got a button right here for the scroll wheel. You got the scroll wheel here. Then you got your left and right mouse buttons there. All right, no other buttons. And also, yes, this mouse, I can plug it into I can connect it to 3 different devices. A little button right here. I can switch one of 3 devices. And it's wireless, charges by USB-C, you know, all that. It's fancy mouse, right? Mice have upgraded since the basic 1-button mouse, right? We got that. However, most mice, and I would even say like even for Mac, which uses a 1-button mouse, in theory, but you know, definitely does work with a 2-button. It will work with a 2-button mouse. So let's just say overall 2-button mouse is all you need for a computer. It'd be hard to scroll. I'll give you 3-button or 2 buttons and a scroll wheel. The most you need in a mouse. So 2 buttons here and a scroll wheel. Nothing more, nothing less, right? I know I can do more with this. I can move left, right, back, forward. Whatever this thumb button does down at the bottom, you can't see. I'm just fucking around with my mouse now. It'll do a lot of things, but most you need is 2 buttons. These 2 buttons, scroll wheel. What else do you need? Why do we need a forever mouse? What are we doing? If they truly believe the mouse was forever, then they could just offer an actual good warranty and honor it. And bring back the Apple Puck. Oh my God, that was a weird thing. That was a weird thing. I wasn't even thinking about the Apple Puck, but about the Apple. Look at this thing. Look at this little goofball. Look at this little goofball. Little goofball mouse. Little goofball. Yeah, I mean, mice like that. But then, of course, why would anyone need more than one button? I mean, you're right. But I mean, yeah, context menus. I'm just always going to say context menus. That's why we need that second button. Context menus. Now this is a dumb mouse. This is a dumb mouse. We don't need this. Apple, do not make any more. Don't make any more mice like this. Now, that's convenient. I like that. That's nice. But we shouldn't have to make a dock for a mouse. What are we doing, Apple? It's ridiculous. Anywho, speaking on July 29th episode of the Verge Dakota podcast, Faber, who Logitech appointed as CEO in October, said the members of a Logitech Innovation Center, showed her a Forever mouse and compared it to a nice but not super expensive watch. I'm not planning to throw that watch away ever. So why would I be throwing my mouse or my keyboard away if it's a fantastic quality, well-designed, software-enabled mouse? The Forever mouse is one of the things that we'd like to get to. And while you're tuned into status while I'm playing game, what the fuck is she talking about? The concept mouse that Faber examined was a little heavier than the typical mouse, but what drives its longevity potential for Logitech is the idea of constantly updated software and services. To be clear, Logitech hasn't announced concrete plans to release such a product, but Faber seemed optimistic about the idea of a mouse that people never need to replace. The challenge, she admitted, is finding a business model that supports that idea without requiring an exorbitant hardware price. Our stuff will have to change, but does the hardware have to change, she asked. I'm not so sure. We'll have to obviously fix it and figure out what the business model is. We're not at the Forever mouse today, but I'm intrigued by the thought. But why? Again, like I said, you only need 2 buttons and a scroll wheel. You don't need to do anything more. I'm sorry. Anything with repeated physical interaction will eventually wear out. No amount of software is going to fix a physically broken mouse. Have they seen me play Diablo? Or I mean, like FPSs, just anything. Like, bro, what are we doing? Is it like a screen? Do you just like move a screen? Like at that point, like let me just use my iPhone with an accelerometer. Oh boy, I think I solved the problem. Fuck. They're gonna make the Logitech Harmony of mice, and it's just, yeah, that's just dumb. This is a dumb thing. Why? Just no. Bad Logitech. Sorry you had to see that. Last but not least, the tech news. Samsung hypes the Galaxy Z Flip as a great police body cam. Samsung. Excuse me. Samsung, come here, Samsung. I'm gonna put this up here. What the fuck are you doing? I accidentally pushed the mute button on my mic. No! See, this is why I shouldn't play around with shit. I keep pressing buttons I don't mean to press. No! Samsung, just stop. Just fucking stop. Like, I know what you're doing. I see what you're doing, but this ain't it. This ain't it. What we don't need is for a police officer to be able to control when the shit records, when it stops recording, and have some way to get into it and to erase or doctor footage. I don't care how bad the video looks. Well, actually, I do care. It needs to be of a decent quality that records video and audio and cannot be fucking tampered with. Don't forget that the camera has AI built in. Well, I'm hoping that it'll use just like whatever raw camera API as opposed to like camera API plus AI. Excuse me. It's like, you know, like I'm pretty sure the Galaxy camera has API access where it's like if an app wanted to scan a QR code, it doesn't need the AI to do that. It just needs the raw camera feed. Because I'm also, for the most part, sure that whatever AI features are happening, like whatever camera features that Samsung is using, that's all post processed and not like at the time of shooting. Okay, but I see what you're saying now. Like with the AI, it can identify objects in somebody saying, but I don't trust the AI that's built into these phones to be able to make those distinctions accurately 100% of the time. I feel like if there is, if we're going to, like, I'd rather the camera to do the one thing it will do 100% of the time, which is to record. Even then, oh, I was going to say the AI would put a, okay, then now we're back to that first scenario. Then no, Verge, no. But yeah, like this is not a good look. This is the worst. Like Samsung, this was the worst idea that you could, like, no. All right, so let's see here. In a post on Samsung's newsroom titled "Samsung Technology is Helping Police Authorities Protect the Public Safety," we learned that 2 police departments in Missouri participate. Oh shit, in Missouri. Hope not Kansas City. We learned that 2 police departments in Missouri participated in a pilot program that led them to integrate the Z Flip into their daily operations. This included their use as a body-worn camera to promote transparency, marking the first time that police had used a foldable device in this way. Eventually, 2 other departments joined in. There are some differences between the consumer Z Flip devices and those the police have been using. Excuse me. Samsung worked with Visual Labs, a leading body camera solution provided to customize the phone for law enforcement. This included remapping the external volume button to start the body camera recordings in urgent situations. Recordings can also be set to automatically begin when the phone detects a pursuit or if used with a dash cam whenever a vehicle's emergency lights are activated. Video footage can immediately be uploaded to the cloud using Visual Labs software. There is a big issue with how much image processing these cameras are doing. Is this an accurate representation of what was captured or the camera's interpretation of the image? Yeah, that's like, I'm hoping it's just using like whatever the base camera API would give it without any of the post-processing. Like it's just recording that raw video, no type of post-processing or whatever the minimum amount of post-processing based on what the phone does to a video, just to provide just whatever basic video, you know? If they want to do this, they need to build a dedicated device, one that is reliable enough to survive the job and prevent tampering. Like that's the whole thing. Like, and that's why I figured a body cam was a just self-contained unit that just could not be tampered with. Like you do not open the device. You don't do anything. Like it is a thing you wear and it records. It does record. It only records footage. Like putting it, like using a smartphone for this opens it up to so much fucking tampering. Like, and of course, like I'm looking at it from the police standpoint of, oh yeah, oh, because it's Android, we could do some really fucked up shit to it. And you know, oh no, I'll push the button, it went away, damn. But also if we want to look at it from a criminal aspect where people could just hack the phones. Like you could remotely hack a phone. Like if you figured out the phone number, or if like Bluetooth or what, like if you could, like if you could detect how that phone is uploading data, you can put a man in the middle and fuck some shit up. You could technically do that with an actual, like if the body cam footage from a dedicated device is also doing that, but also if you know it's Android, you could go the other way and fuck up the phone. Yeah, this is just, yeah, this is not great. This is not good. I do not like this. And yeah, like this could see me like back away from Samsung in a different way. Like I'm here supporting those workers, but whoever decided like, yeah, we should totally do this for police departments. I was like, no. Yeah, I might. Oh, what's Nothing Phone doing? What's OnePlus up to these days? Very much from OnePlus in a minute. What they up to? What they doing? Huawei? What's Huawei doing since they've been banned from the US? Cause I don't know, you making phones directly for Empire. This is like, hey, we heard Apple won't work with law enforcement. What if we made phones specifically for police officers? Like, no, boo-boo. Say the move. In video game news, EA says video game actor strike won't have short-term impact on the company. To which, hey, if we go back to the forums, this was the first article I posted in the in our Tech Talk forums. Member of the community Takal mentioned, hey, we should make sure this strike lasts longer than a quarter. In today's EA earnings call, yesterday's rather, in yesterday's EA's earnings call, EA CEO Andrew Wilson answered a question from an investor about the impact of the strike on the business. Put simply, he's not worried for now. Here's the full quote. We deeply value our talented actors who are an important part of the work we do to deliver the incredible entertainment experiences that our players enjoy around the world. We're working very closely. This is not an EA-specific situation. This is an industry-specific situation. And we're working diligently to negotiate at the table. The way it works now, in terms of our product specifically, is that the strike is limited to games commencing production after September 2023, including live service games. So we don't expect any near-term disruption to any of the games we have in development or any of the live services we're currently running. That being said, we're committed to continuing to bargain in good faith and are hopeful that the parties can expediently resolve our issues at the bargaining table. But we're not anticipating any significant short-term impact at EA. Yeah, we need to make sure these strikes last a little longer. I'm okay. I've got a huge backlog of games. I'm good. Make them hurt. Voice actors, make EA hurt. But I understand too, you also want to get to work. So you know what? Do what you feel is right. But I'm just saying, EA thinks they can wait you out. Do with that information what you will. Let's see, more Microsoft news. Xbox console sales decline continues, but gaming revenue is still sharply up year on year thanks to Activision Blizzard. So again, do not think that Microsoft cares about the decline in Xbox sales. Like, they're seeing their services and they're seeing their games, game sales go up. They could, I would still say, like, yes, they probably care that hardware sales are down. but not to the extent of like, oh no, we need to make a new console. Nobody's buying our shit. I really do not think Microsoft cares. They're fine. So look, we just put Call of Duty on Game Pass. We just raised the price of Game Pass Ultimate and did some fucked up shit with the tiers. I don't even know, because that was weird. But yeah, we're okay. We're fine here. Nothing to worry about. And in streaming news, Twitch staff concerned about more layoffs later this year, because why not? They're in Silicon Valley. And Silicon Valley is all about these layoffs. Platform could become a zombie brand. Ooh, fancy. That's not fancy. That's bad. Twitch staff are concerned a third round of layoffs could hit the streaming platform following 500 job cuts earlier this year and 400 in 2023. That's according to a new report from the Wall Street Journal, which states Amazon paid almost $1 billion for Twitch, but it's now making less money and engagement has slowed. The company is set to have an annual operational revenue this autumn, and staff are concerned more job losses could follow. Amazon chief executive Andy Jassy has led a profitability review at Twitch and shown little tolerance for unprofitable business, the journal reports. Sources at Twitch are concerned the platform could become a zombie brand at Amazon. These are projects or acquisitions that are sidelined for not living up to expectations. Goodreads and Woot are two examples. Look, I'll tell you something here, and this isn't to assuage fears. Assuage, that's the word I want, right? Okay, yes, right. I'm right. This isn't to assuage fears for employees at Twitch. This is more or less a thing that I feel like Amazon and a lot of companies need to understand. Now, I'm no economics guy. I went to school for computer science and I'm barely good at that. But I can tell you that if you pay people more, you cut it out with the austerity bullshit you're doing now. You gave people jobs that they can actually make a living for and actually can afford things like, I don't know, having a roof over their head, food on their table, and medicine, education and childcare for the kids, and not having to constantly live in fear of guns, the earth burning, people drowning in rising sea levels, the constant fear of fucking war. Or I don't know, to encapsulate all this fucking capitalism, maybe people would have more money to subscribe to people on your platform, would probably buy products that are advertised on your platform to justify more ad revenue coming in. But, and this may be a wild, wacky concept, and I know wild is ableist, and I do apologize for that. This may be an odd, bizarre, weird even concept. When people don't have anything to make them feel good, they will not spend money. You cannot then look at, people at your company and say, man, people aren't spending money. I guess I have to lay you off, which would then perpetuate the fucking cycle. Okay. It's almost as if they could have done a partnership with Twitch instead of acquiring a business outside of their core market. I wouldn't be able to afford a spaceship if I treated people fairly. Yeah, I guess you're right. But that's not my problem. So yeah, like I shared earlier when I shared disposal, like, yeah, of course it would be. It makes sense. Who wouldn't? Like, it's like, who wrote this article? Like, Twitch staff concerned about more layoffs later this year. Well, duh, who isn't? if you were working in private industry, I would really be concerned if you were not concerned about layoffs, given the amount of fucking layoffs that has happened, especially within your own fucking company. But then again, I also wasn't worried about layoffs when things were happening initially in 2023. Yeah. Pot beat kettle. All right. Well, that's all I've got of the prepared statements for today. Let's see what's happening in real time. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that because I would like to have them. I would like to really test out my new a new setup in Discord. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave you in suspense. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about news that may have come out now, like since this stream has been going on, tomorrow. You can check them out in a few minutes over our Discord, over at majors.house/Discord. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Ryzen 900 pricing just leaked. What? Oh no, it didn't. I'm trying to see if that. Let's see, it hasn't been posted in the news section. Ionized, what you got? What you got? There was a wallet at the screen. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing is showing up. Look at finances and picks wallet back up. Yeah, I figured you would have done that. Oh, you posted it now? We're going to old school. We're going old school. We're back in the old school section. Pricing for AMD Ryzen 9000 desktop chips leak. All right, let's see. The Ryzen 9000 series was supposed to arrive today before AMD delayed the launch to mid-August. Now it looks like pricing for the next generation desktop chips has leaked. Product listings for Ryzen 9000 were spotted on Best Buy Newegg, which seemingly revealed the official pricing. 9950X is $599, but Newegg says $649. The 9900X $449, 9700X at $359, and then 9500X at $27 or $279. I figured out the new thing yet because it's fine. That's why it's in beta. I guess I could go over that too while I'm here. All right. Well, I guess prices look somewhat similar. Somewhat. It's a little bit cheaper. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's good for them. Good for them. They've lowered the prices of these new chips. This is pretty good. Pretty sure people will be happy about that. All right, so let's see. Let's take this one here, right? So I'm gonna take this article. I'm gonna do Control C. Hop on over to the Discord. So yeah, what I'm gonna do here, so you go to the Tech Talk Forums beta. And what you wanna do is you wanna, if you wanna search, you can search, but we're gonna do a create because we can literally see everything that's posted here. Create a new post, post your link in, leaving room for the X3D chips in 6 months. I can see that. You can put your link in the content and I guess whatever else you want to put in here. You put an image if you want to, but normally I've just been putting the link in the, oh, I can't do that. Okay. In the message field where it says enter a message, put the link in and then put the title, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Ryzen 9000 series CPU price leaks. Choose a tag for it. And now I'm going to put post. And boom, there it is. See, now I can see it here. People can click on it and they can add again, I'm gonna add some stuff here. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna copy this image because I think that's a very cool thing to point out. And I guess for context should put this in here. No. Oh, I changed it. That's fine. Oh, wait. Oh, I see what it did. Shit, no. Oh, boo. I see what it did. Fine. Yeah, that kind of broke for me. It's fine, though. I already have an X4D chip because my uncle works for Nintendo and he bought one home for us to play with. But yeah, that's kind of how it would go down. This image thing, it kind of, yeah, I'm going to remove that, right? Okay, there we go. So I'm going to edit. I'm going to do that again because I do not want that image there. Let's see. Copy image. I want to post the image. Or I thought I could do it there. Shit. Oh, you know what? I know what I'll do. There we go. There we go. I fixed it. There. So yeah, similar to that, you know, and yeah, it's a little bit easier. We could kind of see what's going on because like I mentioned earlier, Ionized, when you had posted the story about the Forever Mouse, I saw this, wanted to cover it, came across the same article on my RSS feed, and then posted it after you, like in the same channel. I was like, oh wait, I did not mean to do that and delete it. So this is to kind of keep that whole double reporting thing down. On top of the fact that like the Twitch article that I covered, I wanted to put it under streaming and labor. So I could, you know, like it's kind of helping say, hey, this thing could exist in two places at once. Also what I may do is like, if we're listing hardware stuff, I do want to put a hardware tag up here too. And it does not seem like people can add new tags. I wonder if there's a way we can do that. If not, if you think there should be a tag there, let me know. I'll add it and we can affix it to the post. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Again, like I said, all you need is 2 buttons and a scroll wheel. Initially, I said 2 buttons, but I said no, scroll wheel. Look, we need scroll wheel. We need scroll wheel. I am not going over here to find this. I'm not. So yeah, at least 2 buttons and a scroll wheel. That's all we need. You don't need no. The fuck are they doing? The fuck are they talking about? But yeah, as I was saying, I'm saving the news that came out today or during the stream. I'm saving that for tomorrow because I want to do more examples of how the forums and stuff should look. So people can kind of get the idea of what I'm going for. And again, like I said, majors.house/discord if you'd like to help test that out. See how that works for you. Shout out to, let me see if I make sure I get the name correctly. The Hot Communist Coalition. They gave me the idea of doing news this way, as opposed to how we were doing it before. So yeah, shout out to the Hot Communist Coalition for giving me the idea. I think it's really cool. I think I'll post an explainer about it later today. It's on my Mac. I typed it out and was going to send it late last night, like at 1 o'clock in the morning. But I was like, no, people are asleep. I do not want to tag everyone at 1 a.m. like a dumb person. So I figured I'd type it and let it sit, and I'll do it later today when everybody's up. So yeah, I'll share some more thoughts on it when I get back to my laptop. What I don't understand is the Intel stuff. If the chips are frying themselves, but by putting out vids that are too high, but the YouTubers have videos out where they just set a vid limit in the BIOS. So why is it taking Intel a month to put out a patch? I wish I could tell you. Wish I can tell you. I'll tell you what, we can discuss that on Discord. I gotta go because I gotta use the bathroom now. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk today. I'm gonna send this over. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you so much. I will talk to you later. Peace out. Y'all still here? Anywho, thank you so much for tuning in to another video. Really do appreciate it. Of course, if you like the content that you just saw, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that the YouTubers ask you to do. I guess that includes me now. Anywho, yes, like, comment, subscribe. Really do appreciate it. Support the channel over Patreon, PayPal, whatever. Check out the links in the video to anything else I might be pushing, hawking. I don't know. Did I sell out by now? I recorded this ages ago. Have I sold out? Let me know. But until then, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.